I'm Scott J. Hamilton, Executive Director of Cimarron Alliance in Oklahoma City. One thing that cannot be tolerated is the bullying of any child. We're here this evening in Harrah, Oklahoma, where allegations have been made against a physical education teacher who allowed a game called Smear the Queer, which evidently quickly devolved to Smear the Nigger. This is unfortunate at best, and at worst, it is harmful not just to the child being bullied, but to the entire learning environment of all students in this community. We're here tonight with hundreds of concerned students, parents, and community leaders, many of them LGBT, because many of us were bullied, and we know what it felt like then, and we know what it must feel like today. So this evening, we are here to make a difference. We are here to stop hate. Good evening, I'm Scott Hamilton, Executive Director of Cimarron Alliance in Oklahoma City. As Malik pointed out, right now, bullying is a hot button issue. It's on the nightly news, it's in the newspapers, but sadly, it's going to go away. At least the attention to the media. My organization has been working vigilantly to end bullying in Oklahoma schools since way before it was a hot button issue. Sadly, we are all gathered here this evening because something's not working right. I want to share with you 2 lines from this school's anti-bullying policy. All students and employees share the right to attend or work at school without being subject to threat of injury or intimidation of any kind that affects the school environment. Incidents of physical assault, intimidation, and bullying, harassing, and or other negative behaviors will not be tolerated. But friends,
it's been tolerated.
It is being tolerated.
Exactly. That's right.
And it's time for some accountability.
Yeah. Yeah.
That whole business of blaming the victim is something that can't stand today in court when it comes to domestic violence in a relationship. Then how can it possibly stand in a relationship with a child and his school?
Yes.
He is here to learn. When there is an environment that is fostered, that prevents a child from learning, that is a violation of his civil rights.
That's right. Every
child has the right to learn in an environment where they are not bullied.
Woo! Yes.
Malik censored himself a moment ago, and I respect that tremendously. I'm not going to. I'm about to use 2 words that are not a part of my vocabulary. Listen to these 2 phrases. Smear the queer. And this one. Smear the nigger. Can any one of us imagine that a teacher who would allow those names to be used in his classroom should still be teaching here or anywhere? Right. In a little while, we're all going home. You'll go to yours, I'll go to mine. Malik's going back to Florida. But something has to change. And so when we leave here tonight, I charge each one of us with not allowing this to have just been a great moment, but allow this to be a life changer for this child and every child in this school. And that means don't give up. Don't give in. Don't take no for an answer. You all pay taxes for this school. Right. This school is funded by state tax dollars. And that means that every one of us has a voice, and we have to provide a voice for those whose voices are not heard. Woo! So tonight, when we go home, let's talk to our children and our grandchildren and our neighbors. Let's not let this stop here. Don't let it go into summer thinking that they will allow the whole thing just to be forgotten and we'll come back to school in September and it's business as usual. Because friends, it's not going to be that way. I'm going to be standing with you to make certain that life is going to be better for Arzel, for his brothers, and for every child that goes to this school.
Yeah!